Rise Up with Rise Growth Partners, the podcast created to inspire wealth advisors and elevate firms.
I find this time of year, we spend some time reflecting back on the previous year, but often we're looking ahead to the next year. So you wrote an article recently looking ahead at the second half of the next decade.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, right? Like here we are into this almost the second half. And I was like, I've always believed in looking out in multi-year windows. I've always looked out at 3 to 5 year windows. And I think it's useful when you're looking at your New Year's resolutions and what you want to do this year to put them in context of a broader period of time, because it actually improves the way you make choices. And you don't look for results to happen immediately. So I do think we're entering a very interesting phase, and our industry tends to work in 5 year increments. And so I think the next 5 years will look very different. As I wrote in the article, large part because of what's happening with AI, that I think is the biggest revolution we've seen in our lifetimes beyond the internet.
But you talk about this shift to a focus on time and energy. Share more about that.
Look, there's 3 questions that I think everyone should be asking. The first one is, what if clients' futures, we are spending a lot less time talking about money and a lot more about time and energy, where like instead of asset allocation, we're talking about time allocation. Because here's what's going to happen for sure. As AI gets more involved, a lot of the analytical skills, all the things that we are traditionally valued for, what's the optimal level of this financial plan? How should we allocate your money? When's the right time to rebalance? Which asset class should we own? AI will do it faster, more efficiently, and better than we do as humans. And so what is the role of a human? Well, if we are truly great wealth advisors, we're going to go up the value chain. And it's more about improving people's lives than just optimizing their portfolios.
Joe, as we wrap up, what's one piece of advice that you would give firms that might be a little bit stuck, but in their minds, they think, I can succeed in the second half of this decade. I can be one of the fastest growing firms. What should they think about?
Well, I would think about, what am I doing that really speaks to my clients in a way that resonates and is different than everyone else?